Team Barconi here in the NBC4i Streaming Center. As you can see, joined by Steve Stivers right now, former Ohio congressman and now the CEO of the Ohio Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for being here with us today, Mr. Stivers. Today is a special day. It's the primary election for your former seat. How are you feeling to be out of politics for the past few months or so?
Well, Christine, it's been a great 8 weeks at home with my kids and working at the Ohio Chamber. I obviously miss a lot of the goings on in Washington, but I'm excited that folks are going to pick a replacement for me today, and we'll see how it goes. You know, I've endorsed Jeff Luray, but a lot of other people that are good folks in the race, so it's going to be a really interesting night tonight.
Yeah, lots of endorsements spread all over the place right now. I think Adrian was just talking to some of our political analysts, and you guys will hear more about that during her reports later this evening. So tell us about your role. What is your role? What are the duties that you are doing at the Ohio Chamber of Commerce as a CEO?
Well, the Ohio Chamber is the voice of Ohio business, and we represent small businesses and big businesses alike in Ohio. And our goal is to make Ohio a great place to do business because we think that benefits all 11 million Ohioans. We want to make sure Ohio is a great place to create jobs so that people have jobs and opportunity. We want equal and incredible economic opportunity for everybody in Ohio. And we've been doing a lot of great things. I'm super excited about our blueprint for Ohio's future that we're putting together, where we're going to talk about the policies we need to enact over the next few years to make Ohio competitive into the 21st century. So that's something we've been working on and we'll be working on for a few months.
Absolutely. So you left Washington, and it's been, very Washington-like. Lots going on there recently. Can you kind of just walk us back and talk about your decision and why you made the decision to step down in April and take this new role on closer to home?
Sure. My last day in Congress was May 17th. I announced in April, but left on May 17th because, frankly, it's a great opportunity to be back at home, still be involved in policy, but actually make a difference for Ohio business and to be home with my family. So I've got young kids, a 9-year-old son, Sam, and a 11-year-old daughter, Sarah. And so we've had a great summer together. I still love public policy, love making a difference, and I get to continue to do that at the Ohio Chamber of Commerce, but I get to do it and be home with my family 7 days a week instead of 2 days a week.
So, in Ohio, it seems like a lot of the time the focus is on the three C's, Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati. You talk about businesses for all 11 million Ohioans. How are you guys going to be making sure that the policies that you enact are equitable for those who are living in the lower populated areas of Ohio, the Ohio valleys, the Mahoning valleys, Lima, those kind of areas that maybe feel like they have been neglected in years past, especially business wise?
Kristen, that's a great question and a great point. I want to make sure all areas of Ohio are growing. Columbus has seen incredible growth. Cincinnati's had pretty good growth, but a lot of the other parts of the state have seen population declines and jobs moving out. And there's things we need to do to make other parts of Ohio more competitive, including the rural areas. Things like broadband. We need rural broadband. We need it everywhere so that businesses can operate anywhere in the state. We need to do a better job of economic development in the non-metropolitan areas. That's one of the places I think the Ohio Chamber can be involved. We have great metropolitan chambers of commerce in Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, and Dayton, but there's a lot of non-metropolitan areas. I was down in Lancaster yesterday. I'm going to Marysville. I'm going up to Logan, Ohio. So there's all these places that don't have a metropolitan chamber of commerce that still need to grow, and we need to help them with economic development. And I think it's a great role for the Ohio Chamber of Commerce. So I'm excited about getting more involved in economic development at the Chamber, which is something that State Chamber has not done in the past.
So it was about 7 months ago. I remember Colleen was actually in the seat that you're in, and I was sitting right here. And I believe that was the last time. I can't remember, because it was such a whirlwind of a day, if we had talked to you on January 6th, the day of the insurrection. That's been brought up a lot, especially last week when we heard the officers testify. I'm not sure. I want to ask you if you saw any of the testimony that those police officers gave, and What did it bring up any kind of feelings that you had, remembering that day?
Well, I read some of the testimony. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't see it live because I was here in Ohio, but
Yeah.
I was in Washington on January 6th. I had meetings in the Capitol with Ron Wright. I went to the 2 o'clock as we started the session to certify the votes. Then I went to a 2:30 meeting. Then I went back to my office in the underground tunnels just because I thought it was going to be crowded. I didn't realize there was going to be a safety issue. Flipped on my TV in the Rayburn House office building and saw that the Capitol was sort of under siege. So it was a sad day for our republic. I was not right in the middle of it,
Mm-hmm.
but it was clearly a sad day for our republic when people turned to violence. And I hope that it never comes to that again.
Did that and that kind of unrest and the discord in Washington have any impact on your decision to return here and become the CEO of the chamber and kind of step down from Congress?
Not really.
Okay.
So January 6th, didn't really play into my thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I was not really looking for a job, and the Chamber of Commerce came along and started talking to me. And as I thought more about it, the idea of coming home seemed more attractive, and it ultimately worked out. But I don't leave Congress jaded. I don't leave Congress in any way upset. I think today's going to be a good day because the voters in the Democrat and Republican primaries will pick their candidates, and then we'll have an election in November to replace me. I'm excited to make that happen because I want the people to have a voice. But I think, I don't leave Congress in any way jaded or anything like that. This is still the greatest country in the world with the greatest economic opportunity in the world. And my job now is to help make that economic opportunity even better for millions of Ohioans. And I'm excited about that opportunity, and I take it seriously. And I'm going to work hard every day to make sure that there is real economic opportunity for all 11 million Ohioans.
So today is the first step in finding your replacement with the primary. What do you hope the next person to represent Ohio's 15th? What do you want your legacy to continue, and what do you hope to see going forward in that position?
Well, I hope we pick somebody that cares deeply about the people. I care deeply about the people I represented. I want somebody who cares as much and works as hard for them as I did. There are a lot of really good people in the race. I happen to have endorsed Jeff Luray, but there are a lot of other really good people, and I'm not against anybody. I just felt like Jeff was the right person because I feel like he listens, he works hard, he's actually been a state representative, knows how to get things done and pass bills. And so that's why I chose him. But there are a lot of good people, and I'm excited about the voters having their say, because it doesn't matter what I say or any other endorsements. It's really about what the voters think, Kristen.
Okay. Anything else that you would like to add? Thank you so much. We really appreciate you coming to talk to us today, especially on this primary election day. We thought it was appropriate to bring you in and chat. Anything else that you would like to add?
Well, I think this is streaming live, isn't it, right now?
Yes,
if it is,
it
and you
is.
haven't gone to vote, and you live in the 15th district,
Mhm.
please go vote. I know that this will probably play on the news later after the polls close, but the polls are open until 7 o'clock tonight. Please go out and vote. Democracy and our republic only work if people participate. And you get the government you're willing to participate in. So please go vote. And again, it doesn't matter who I'm for Congress. Go vote for who you're for Congress. But please go out and vote if you live in the 15th district.
All right, guys, that is a good message to end on there. And we have all of the information on how to do that, how to check if you live in the 15th congressional district, everything you need to know before you head out to the polls today. So make sure you get out and vote if you do live in the 15th congressional district. And if you live in Cleveland, if you live in the 11th congressional district, do so as well. And you can check out all the information you need on how to do that on NBC4i.com. You can hear from Mr. Stivers a little bit more on NBC4 at 7, and we'll have you guys covered for the rest of your election coverage throughout the night, and hopefully get you results as well. We'll see you later.
Thanks, Chris.